Hey, what's up guys? Taren here from A-Race talking about a real classic, Bonk Breaker Energy Bars. Over the years, Bonk Breaker has always been one of my go-to bars. The more bars and products that I've tried, the fussier I've got, and I've actually grown to be not quite so big a fan of Bonk Breaker as I was before. Don't get me wrong, Bonk Breaker still tastes awesome. The coconut cashew, pretty tasty if you're a fan of coconut. The peanut butter and banana, this is friggin' awesome. Peanut butter and jelly, it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can't go wrong with that. The almond butter and honey, not my absolute favorite. Peanut butter and chocolate, this is a tasty little treat first thing in the morning. And the espresso bar, it tastes like espresso and it gets you going for a morning workout. So all of these bars taste really good. So why then am I less of a fan of this stuff? Well, the main reason for it is that the bar is so big. It's a very weird amount of calories to get down. Most of the bars are either 250 or 260 calories. Most athletes try to space their meals on 30-minute intervals. So how do you take down 250 or 260 calories every 30 minutes? You can't do that. And even half a bar is tough to manage because 120 or 135 calories, yeah, that's a fine amount of calories to be taking every half hour, but you've got to rip open the package to get at the bar, and it doesn't really fold up and stick in a jersey or any sort of pocket very well. So you're almost forced to eat the bar all in one sitting. And in my experience, when you eat that entire bar, that's a big amount of calories getting put onto your stomach. You know, I found that it made me feel slower and not quite as snappy and quick as I was before I had the bar. And then frankly, that's just a big friggin' bar to eat all in one sitting when you're breathing really heavy, biking or running. It's also not the cheapest bar in the world. A box of 12 costs you 30 bucks, so it's coming in at $2.50 a bar. That is absolutely on the higher end of what bars should cost. Granted, these are good quality energy bars. They're non-GMO, they're gluten-free, they're vegan for the most part, but $2.50 is still a pricey bar. I will give you a little bit of a tip, however. This box is a sampler pack. You get all 6 flavors of the bars for $14. So it's actually cheaper for you to get the sampler pack of bars than it is to get all in one flavor. Not as dumb as I might look, am I? You might wonder how it's gluten-free because the flavors are kind of like sandwiches. How they do that is by crushing up gluten-free rolled oats. So the texture actually ends up being kind of like a fig Newton. So it's a little chewy, but it's not so chewy that it's tough to eat. Okay, so all of that complaining done, am I still a fan of the Bonk Breaker bars? Yes, I am. It's a good quality bar. It does sit really well in the stomach. It digests easily, so it's not all bad. It's just not the absolute best bar for taking with you on a ride, on a run, during a workout, because it is tough to get down. Where I think the bar still excels is getting me out of bed in the morning. It is such a good tasting bar that I actually find myself looking forward to substituting a normal breakfast for one of these bars. And that's where I think that it does really well, because it's a really solid amount of calories at 250 or 260. That's pretty substantial before a workout, and it tastes so good. So when you wake up and you're feeling sluggish and you don't feel like going out for a workout, you can try one of these. That's my take on the Bonk Breakers. Not a horrible bar, good for breakfast. I'm just not president of the Bonk Breaker fan club anymore. If you're looking for a more substantial bar than most energy bars out there, and you're looking for something that's more premium, gluten-free, non-GMO, free of dairy, this is a good bar for you. You're definitely not going to be upset with how it tastes. That's it for Bonk Breaker. As always, if you're digging the videos, give us a thumbs up below or hit that subscribe button. Get out there, kill your next A-Race.